7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway from Houston. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now a first down throw, Fields. Shifts by him. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
That's straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They go play action now. Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
For Galladay, you take a look at the numbers from last week. 8 catches, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Fields complete to Kellen. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On 4th down, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Fields now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Wilson on first down.
Open man right side is Tony.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
To throw again is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
On first down, it's Taylor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On 2nd and goal. Wilson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rolling to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
A shotgun snap. Fields
on the move to his left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Fields.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Graham.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds. To go in this first half of action.
Second and 7. They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
So we have come to halftime, and what's already the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Second and 10.
Play action. It's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Ian Thomas, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah.
They got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Fields on first down.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Carlos Basham
Able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Now Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans back out there and ready to go.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Throwing is Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Fields throwing again.
Short throw to Disley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Back to throw, Fields.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And here comes the Texans now. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Texans look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big after this at figure. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Texans scoop it. They find some open field here, and they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review the play, the run on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jamin Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Fields. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, it's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kelly. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They did couldn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
103 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Texans, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the